I definitely need new pickups. Maybe the reason I'm not improving is because I need to change my pickups. Changing my pickups is definitely what I need to do to get the tone I always wanted. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I see this question pop up on social media every so often. People asking whether they should change their pickups or not. People afraid that they will inevitably lose forever their precious tone if they do so. And people asking if it's okay to be perfectly satisfied with the way their instrument sounds. So let's break it down. The pickups are probably one of the biggest factors in making your instrument sound the way it does. A P-bass sounds the way it does because of the way the pickups are built and positioned on the instrument, which is different from a jazz bass or a Stingray. However, different pickups will be voiced differently depending on how they are built. You might find pickups with more or less output that sound brighter or darker, or they have that nice tight focus sound, or loose and blurry. And if you've been following my channel, you know just how I love to experiment with different pickups. So a P-bass will almost always sound like a P-bass, and the jazz bass will almost sound like a jazz bass, even if you change the pickups. Because to make it sound differently, you'd need to change the pickup position. And you can't do that without being drastic. So why change pickups? Maybe you simply can't get the right tone. Maybe you want more or less output. Or simply no matter how much you EQ your sound, you simply can't get that tone you're looking for. And remember, your EQ only works with what you give to it. It can't create frequencies out of thin air. So I'd like to demonstrate this. It's an extreme example, but you get the idea. So here I have my bass. And I'll use my preamp to boost all the high frequencies, just like this. But if I roll my tone control down, my sound inevitably darkens. This is because the preamp doesn't know I rolled my tone control down. It only works with what it gets. And in this case, it isn't getting any high frequencies, which is exactly what happens on pickups as well. Which is also why bass players should change their strings more often. And this principle also applies to pickups. Maybe you want certain frequencies to be emphasized or not to be emphasized by the way your instrument sounds, so you can work better with them when you EQ your sound, which will ultimately help you achieve the tone you're looking for. So to answer the question whether or not you should change your pickups, well, there are different answers to that. Maybe you are simply curious to try different sounds, different tones. You are curious to try new gear, and that's perfectly fine. Go for it, absolutely. So the good part is that it's reversible, so you can always go to what you had before in case you're not satisfied. And despite what you've heard on the internet, no, the simple fact of changing your pickups and going back will not alter the way your instrument sounds. So if your instrument sounds or feels different once you go back, it's because you haven't set it exactly the way it was before. So before changing pickups or anything on the instrument, it's always a good idea to take measurements and pictures so you know exactly how it was. So before you go all crazy in buying new pickups, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about, my word advice would be just to do a little bit of homework. Understand what it is that you like or don't like about the pickups you would like to try, because it's easy to get carried away by a fad. Maybe there's this super popular pickup everyone's using, and once you try it, you find out that you don't like it or it doesn't suit your style. Which is okay. You don't have to like something just because everyone else is using it. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And by subscribing to the channel, you'll help support it, and I'll continue releasing videos like this. So I'll see you next time, and bye for now.